we are a very competitive game. That's our DNA. That's who we are, right? You go back all the way to the very first Halo, right? Multiplayer. I mean, it is a highly competitive game. And so we want an experience where players can expect that the game is competitive and fair.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Is Halo a competitive game? This is a thought across the community and within 343 that seems to be really different, and I don't really know why. Within countless interviews, blog posts, and even their latest YouTube video, the head of live service says exactly this: Halo is a competitive game. And is this arguably one of the big reasons why Halo Infinite, despite its complete lack of core features, isn't enjoyed long term? And if this approach was changed, would people be more inclined to go back or to play it for longer periods of time? Well, I did want to spend an entire video talking about this because this topic is a big one that's been at the forefront of the community discussions for a long time, probably since 343 took over as the core development studio of Halo. So let's dive in. Modern gaming has evolved in such a way that developers and organisations like to tailor their experiences to appease to the up-and-coming gamer, along with the gamers that have been casually playing on and off for a long time. But then also on the flip side to this, have experiences for those that are much more talented, or even those that play the games competitively or as a job. But a lot of the time, these communities never meet each other in games or anything like that because of skill-based matchmaking. And this is the big reason why every single game you play within the likes of Call of Duty, within, of course, Halo Infinite, or even the Master Chief Collection, it's always extremely sweaty. Look, even the modes that are meant to be fun and party game modes, they always end up being a sweaty mess because of that's just how the algorithm matches you. Take, for example, the yappening event that's going on right now in Halo Infinite. I played a couple of games yesterday, and I really enjoyed my first few games. But then as time got on and I began to do better and better, it stopped and went backwards. That's because initially, the skill-based matchmaking wants to see how you are going to play, feel out your sort of gameplay style and how well you're going to do against the people it matches you with. But then, when you start to do well, it then goes, okay, let's take this up a notch. And then it will match you with people that have also done well. And then it will continuously keep doing that until you're with people which are just better than you. Or it could be a position where the entire enemy team is just full of sweaty people and essentially your team gets dominated. Call of Duty is a huge culprit of this, but can be worked around with the likes of reverse boosting. Whether you're for or against that, I don't really care. I think that you should play however you want to play. But that can't be done in every game. That's especially apparent for Halo Infinite. Unfortunately, since Halo 4, 343 have begun to brand Halo as more of a competitive shooter. Halo 4 essentially copied the base of Call of Duty with the likes of the creator class system and other elements that are pulled directly from that game. Halo 5 just took things to another tactical level with its advanced movement, which really created a skill gap. And then, of course, there's Halo Infinite. The game with about 6 game modes throughout, about 5 maps, and all of them being sweaty as hell the entire time because all of them consist of basically a different variant of Slayer. But let's rewind a little bit here. Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, Reach, etc., all of their multiplayer were created with social at the forefront. As far as I remember, there wasn't even a ranked playlist on any of those games in the past. After the YouTube video was released on the Halo YouTube channel discussing the delays of Season 3, the original multiplayer lead for Halo 2 and Halo 3 tweeted this as a response to their comments around Halo being a competitive shooter, and this was extremely interesting. Common characteristics of a LAN party. You're playing with people you know and that you like. There's a wide array of skill and experience. Communication is prevalent and boisterous. There's a friendly competition, but the stakes are low. Everyone is having fun. Halo was fantastic in this respect. Our explicit goal with Halo 2 multiplayer was to replicate this experience online. Our goal with Halo 3 multiplayer was to refine this and expand the types of online experiences that you could have together. Does this mean Halo has always been competitive? My answer to that is that Halo has only ever been competitive when it needed to be competitive. There's nothing better than having a bit of friendly competition between you and your friends, or in a locally hosted tournament or game battles, for example, back in the Halo 3 days. But it was never forced upon the community to be competitive or to have a level playing field, because it was never meant to be designed that way. Fair competition is in gaming to prevent people leaving. I mean, come on guys, most of the people have left this game already. So would it really hurt to just turn off or turn down this skill-based matchmaking system to see how the community fare with it? Of course, this game is missing literally every fundamental feature from any other FPS game in the past. So this is a big reason why myself and a lot of people don't really play Halo that much anymore. And this of course is a massive contributing factor back in the past that made people want to jump on and play Halo in general, not just of course the social aspect. I just want to make that clear to everyone and get my points across with that as well. If you guys asked me right now, what's one of the main reasons that I stopped playing Halo Infinite, it's because of the lack of content. Yes, of course it is, because there just isn't enough in this game to call it a full game. For me, the game is still like a beta at this point. And to be honest, the customization options really don't help this either. But the main reason is because of that multiplayer and how sweaty it really is. I found ranked play to be less sweaty than the so-called social playlists, which is absolutely crazy to me, because you all start off in a level playing field. And then when you've done your placement games, that's when you then get put into your relevant rank. Since 343 Industries have taken over Halo around a decade ago, they are the ones that have pushed and created this competitive feel, because it was never there in this capacity when Bungie were around. Halo in nature has never been competitive in a sense that it's never been forced upon us. But the amazing thing about Halo is that it never had to be competitive. If the community wanted it to be competitive, they could do that themselves through custom games or joining the odd try-hard lobby. Look, everybody loves to put their try-hard hat on every so often. The amount of times when I was playing Halo Reach back in the day and I was just chilling out, enjoying myself, and we came against these guys that were really good, and me and my team thought, you know what, let's put some comms out, let's go a bit competitive and try hard here, and let's just enjoy it for what it is. There's no better feeling than winning that game, but then doing that over and over and over again gets really tiring really fast. We don't need to be forced to be competitive when we don't want to be. Why does everything have to be on a level playing field when playing a video game? It should be for fun. If you can get put into a lobby with people which aren't as skilled as you, you come out on an all-time high. If you get put into a lobby where it's competitive and it's only occasionally, you get that buzz of thinking, we're actually pretty good. And if you get put into a sweaty set of lobbies every single time where you're barely going positive, it's also extremely draining. So, in summary, is Halo a competitive game, or is it a social game? The answer to that is very clear to me. Halo does not suit a forced competitive environment. Look, I love competitive Halo as much as the next person. I think that the HCS events are always really fun. Some of the plays that you see, how the teams communicate with one another, call out things, how much of a skill gap there is between competitive Halo and obviously social Halo is absolutely crazy. It's next level. If you want to be a competitive Halo player, then you can do that. But if you want to socially play Halo and just have fun, you should be able to do that without getting shit on every 5 minutes by this skill-based matchmaking system. Scrap the skill-based matchmaking system and let it prioritize ping. What's the worst thing that can happen at this stage in the life cycle of Halo Infinite that hasn't already been done? You know? At this point, 343 really need to listen to the community as much as possible and as closely as possible. At the end of the day, the community is what makes a game dead or alive. The game at the moment is not dead. I don't think you can say Halo is dead because I don't think Halo will ever die, but the concurrent players of this game is at an all-time low. Maybe they should just start doing things like this to say, we've amended this, let's see how you feel, collect some data, and go from there. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Leave a rating, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I would love to see some small changes like this put out to Halo Infinite to just do a bit of testing, see what people in the community feel. I don't think it's ever going to happen, to be quite honest. But I wanted to get this video across to you guys because I don't think Halo is a competitive game. And I don't know why 343 keep putting this across to try and brainwash us into saying, yes, Halo is a competitive game, because it isn't. Even the original multiplayer designer for Halo 2 and Halo 3, arguably the two best multiplayers of all time, said that it's not. I'll leave that one with you guys. But enjoy the rest of your days. Speak soon. and take care.